Hello everyone, my name's Vicki. If you're new here, welcome to my kitchen. I'm so glad you decided to stop by. I hope you'll decide to hit that subscribe button and stay a while.
Today I'm going to be sharing a recipe with you all. I've made this so many times. It's homemade peanut butter fudge. Now, when I was growing up, my daddy made peanut butter candy, we called it. He would do it and he would boil it for 30 minutes and it would get thick in that type of way. So this is a different recipe. This recipe you only have to boil for 5 minutes and it typically turns out every time. Now, there is a note saying about the weather, and today it is a little bit overcast and dreary, so I hope that doesn't affect it. Sometimes it will and it won't thicken up. But I want to tell you a little bit about this pan. This is a Dutch oven. My uncle and aunt got me this when Chad and I first got married 36 years ago. And it's my favorite candy cooker. It's the only thing I use it for. It never, like I said, sticks, and it does really well with it. So they have both deceased since then. But anyway, it always brings back a good memory to me when I get to use it. I'm going to first of all butter my pan. Now, I'm just using a pie plate. I do have a candy pan that I normally use. And I think I may have took something to my dad's because I don't see it. So I'm going to have to look. I don't know where it's at. Or my son may have it at his house. But you just want to butter your pan good so it doesn't stick. Like that. Okay. After I butter my dish, I'm just going to set it to the side. And I'm going to put my cooker here. And I'm going to put it on medium-high. And then we're going to use 1/3 stick of butter, and it'll melt in the pan. And with that 1/3 stick of butter, you're going to put 5 ounces of evaporated milk. Now, you can buy the little cans. I think they're 5 or 7, but I'm going to measure 5. So about half of this can. Okay, this is 4 ounces, I think it says. Let's see. No, this is, can't see, 2 ounces. So 3, I'm going to say 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And just keep your cream. You can use it for some other recipe. I just put it in my fridge. I only like to use Domino's sugar for my granulated sugar. And there's 1 cup, 2 cups, 3 cups. Okay. Let me get my spoon. And then you're going to stir this. You do not want to scrape the sides of it. If you do, you'll make your candy gritty. Have you ever had peanut butter candy and it tasted gritty like sand? That's why it does. If you scrape the sides down, it will make it gritty. You got to let that sugar melt on its own. So we're going to let this 3 cups of sugar, 1/3 stick of butter, and 5 ounces of evaporated milk come to a boil. When it comes to a boil, you want to set it for 5 minutes, stirring continuously. And then you will remove it from the heat and add your other ingredients. Okay, it just came up to boil. I turned it down to medium and I set a timer on Alexa, and we want this to boil for 5 minutes. Okay, we have about 2 minutes left. I typically use only Jif creamy peanut butter, but I was out of it. And when the flood happened, they were giving like staples and stuff away, and this is one of the things they gave, so I'm going to just use it by Desert Farms or Deseret Farms, it looks like. I'm not sure. Creamy peanut butter, but it smells good, and I'm going to try it. I mean, you know, you use what you've got. And then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of this, you know, overflowing tablespoons. A whole container of this. Well, my grandbaby's ripped that off. Marshmallow cream. It's the small one. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So when the alarm goes off, I'll remove it from the heat. I'm going to add my peanut butter and marshmallow cream and vanilla, and then you stir it well, and then we pour it into our container, and I just let it set up in room temperature. If it's going to turn out, it's going to set whether it's in room temperature or in the fridge or freezer, in my opinion. My brother's coming in for a few days to visit with my parents, and this is one of his favorite things that I make. I'm also making a crock pot of chili. I actually filmed the video, thought I was filming it on certain parts and wasn't, so I think I have filmed it before though, so I'll try to add that in if I can. We'll show a picture of it. See how once it starts getting all that sugar cooked down, it's thickened. It's not as bubbly, high bubbly. And it gets that like caramel color to it. Alexa, how much time on my timer? Alexa, stop. Okay, the timer just went off. So I'm going to go ahead and move my pan over here. There you go. I'm going to put in 2 to 3 of these. I think that's good enough. We'll start out with that. Then we're going to put in all of this marshmallow cream. The whole container. Almost got it all. Go ahead and get all that off of there. We want to add a teaspoon of vanilla. And we're going to stir this really well. Now, my first guess is it feels watery to me, but it can thicken up quick, so you never know. I'm just going to get this all stirred in. May need some more peanut butter too. I did boil it for 5 minutes. You can't never tell with peanut butter candy, or with candy in general. think it's got enough peanut butter in it too. Just gonna move that over here and pour it in. And we will let it sit here, and hopefully it'll thicken up. And I'll show you what it looks like. It looks awful runny to me, but you can't never tell. I'll be back and I'll show you what it looks like. Have you all ever heard of scraping the candy cooker? When we were little, we'd fight over that. Mommy would give us a cooker and 5 spoons. There's 5 of us. And it looks like it's going to turn out because this did get thick. You can see. So I think it'll be fine. And it's really creamy and good.
This candy turned out absolutely delicious. That peanut butter tasted great. I couldn't tell any difference in it and the Jif. But it was creamy. It did not have any grittiness to it at all. And it firmed up, but it wasn't hard as a brick, but it wasn't soft till it would drop out of your hands. It turned out great. So I hope you all give this recipe a try. I'll make sure that I link it down in the description box. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below and say hello. And we'll talk to you soon. God bless you. Bye.